Salutations and good day. Today we're out here at the Wallowa Whitman National Forest. Why don't you come along for an adventure?
Find my bucket?
What?
Find the toilet over there?
I just washed my face in the creek.
Oh,
Water feels really good. Trying to pick it up.
Yeah. Breakfast is almost done. Yummy, yummy.
I got a curious little bumblebee on my hand. Oh, adorable little fuzzy butt. These things are so cute. He's just chilling. Apparently needs some salt. It's David! Say hi, David.
Hi.
Yeah. Got the fancy Starlink. And David's got the inverter and stuff to power it. Let's see if we can get some service. Do fancy high-tech shit. What do they call this? B-roll? Trying to get the little filler shit. Oh, it's pretty. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
I feel like most of my memory cards is just B-roll, like no A-roll. Like, I'm not even telling a story. I just have images.
You're like, I got the scenery, man.
Yeah.
Let me see. This guy's yarrow. That's the something milliforum. Its name means million leaves or thousand leaves or something. But it's been used.
They're like crazy looking.
Yeah, it's a really soft plant. It'll get about, I don't know, a foot tall, and have white umbra flowers on it, like a carrot. Right? Or like, it looks like a very tiny little itty bitty version of hemlock if you don't know shit about plants. Like, right? But
I don't know much about plants.
it's used to staunch bleeding and has been used for like medicinal purposes throughout the world for a long time.
What are they called?
Yarrow.
Okay.
And then, let's see, yeah, then this is the bald watercrest, bald waterleaf.
Something water bulb.
I don't know, something.
It's called
Yeah,
something.
it's called something. But
Has a name.
these flowers are edible, and they taste pretty good. And the greens can be eaten like salad. And then, let's see, this guy over here, I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like a strawberry flower. But that's not a strawberry, so I don't know, don't eat that.
Solid advice. I'm not really sure what that is. Don't eat it.
Right. That's my expert wilderness opinion. Yeah, don't eat that. Yeah. And then I think these are just some basic bitch dandelions,
Oh yeah.
which are like one of the most amazing plants on the fucking planet. I love dandelions. You can eat these. The roots are really good for you. It helps with like bloating and stuff. It could be used as a diuretic, like it makes you pee, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a tradition in France where they take the dandelion flowers and they make wine out of it. And its name translated in French is the pissing plant because it makes you pee. Yeah, but you can take the roots and roast them and make something akin to coffee out of it.
Oh, really?
It doesn't have caffeine, but you know, you need something hot to drink. It's pretty awesome, right?
I know,
And the pollinators love it. I love it. But yeah, most of pine trees out here are edible, or pieces of them are edible. Like you can make a pretty decent syrup out of young pine cones, enrich flour with the pollen from most pine trees. But you don't want to try to eat anything off of the ponderosas. They just have like a crazy high resin count, and it will make you sick. And then yarrow, not yarrow, yew. Yew is toxic as hell. And if you find one, leave it the fuck alone. That's an old tree that they can grow for thousands of years. Maybe that's wrong. Fact check me, whatever. But you know,
I think it was the yew. I was doing so as you know, the hobbyist woodworker. There are some woods that are toxic, and it's important to know which ones to put in cutting boards and use for utensils and stuff. And there was an article I was reading about these like casks that were found made out of yew, and this entire civilization died because they were making their alcohol in yew casks, basically, and it just killed them.
that was a mistake.
Yeah, so, like
Yeah.
don't use yew for
That's-
anything.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Yeah, it makes really good bows. If
Yeah.
anyone out there has yew staves that they would love to donate, I would love to take them, but they're really hard to like actually get a hold of. And I think they're protected. In Oregon, they're protected. But I think there's a native yew here that like, yeah, but it makes badass bows. It's like the best bow wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next best is like Osage orange or hedge apple, right? I keep buying those seeds and I keep planting them. Those motherfuckers just won't grow. I can't get them to grow. I want to grow my own like indestructible walking stick. It was like this fat, dense, like bright orange, stripy white, you know, walking stick. Yeah, I need me a fancy beaten stick.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The rare side of human feces. Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Christine
Don't
Williams.
be a dick. The fuck? These people. I mean, like, you didn't even get off the road. Like, you pooped on the shoulder. That's just disrespectful, man. There's a tree right there. Like, go around the other side of the tree, dig a little cat hole, take a shit. Don't poop on the road. What the fuck?
So today's lesson.
Some people's
Don't poop on the
children.
road.
Yeah. Words of wisdom. Join me next time on my TED Talk. Yeah. Old, yeah. Yeah, Alicia Muskox is letting us down.
Alicia Musk.
I refuse to say his name.
That's a good one.
It's a point of principle. Fuck that guy.
Damn, Alicia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, see, I just had to talk enough shit. That's all. Oh my god, are there really that many of them up there? That was disturbing. If I saw what I think I saw, there was just like a grid of satellites of those.
So, the blue is like good connection, the red is obstructions. I'll set up here. So, in theory, should connect. Some settings. Wi-Fi, so I think you should be connected. And now you're offline.
So close. So close. It's getting better. It's still not
Yeah.
working.
I've got 1 bar of LTE. So someone's satellite is over us.
Right.
It's not the one I'm paying for.
That's funny. Pollen. Lots and lots and lots of pollen. Trying to block that license plate. Oh, snap. I think that little kestrel just got something. I don't know if you could see that, but it swooped down. That little kestrel just swooped down and thumped something on the ground, and then looked over and saw me and flew off. I wonder if there's a little snack over here. And then here we have the plant of the region, the one, the only sagebrush. Yeah, it's an incredibly prolific plant in this part of Oregon, in southeastern Cascadia and Great Basin. And these plants have a silvery kind of color to them with the green and olive. They grow in a fairly mangled fashion. You rarely see them growing up straight. And they've got this really, really rough, fibrous bark. And as my understanding that the Native Americans used them in some capacity as medicine, and that it is, for the most part, an edible plant that we. So sagebrush grows in a very chaotic way as it grows, and it creates a lot of fiber. The indigenous populations of this part of the world used the fibers from the sage to create textiles. And as my understanding, that the oldest pair of sandals ever discovered were discovered in Fort Rock, Oregon, that dated sometime around 15,000 years ago. And those sandals were made out of sagebrush. And here we've got sage gulls. There's a few more. These are created when a fly lays an egg, and inside each one of these is a pupa, is a little baby fly. Apparently those are edible. I've never had course to eat one, but you know, it doesn't sound that appetizing right now. Right? A snack on fly larvae. Come check out this sagebrush's balls. Yeah, these are right here and right there. Those are sage gulls. Inside of each of them is a larvae. It's a kind of fly.
Really?
And so it creates like this packing peanut textured little home for its pupa. So if you crack those open, there's a tiny tough spot in the middle. It's a baby insect. So have we linked with Ellen Stars?
Not yet. I don't know why it's not affect my mood negatively.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those like national forest things. You know what I mean? Like where that idea, that hypothesis that the national park system and the national forests were designated to protect us from whatever's out here. And so like part of that would be blacking it out, right? I don't know. I'm talking out my ass, but
I mean, like part of the beauty of it is that you can get internet anywhere, everywhere. You get
right?
the sky.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like my phone sees it. This is no internet connection.
Yeah, we can just keep moseying on down the road. See if we see something else. Eventually. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. I can't build those.
That takes time.
Right. Skills I do not possess.
I mean, it's not a huge bear, but you gotta think its hands are almost as big as yours. So, right. But this is old. That's been there. There's a tent. There's tent out of territory. They're kind of lazy. So, like, if they don't have to walk, then they'll just stay in their little zone. Oh my god, these mosquitoes. Oh, David just found the elusive water bottle. Here we got that, and then right here, and then there's some right there. There's definitely animals driving through here. That's a good sign. Right, yeah. There's a bunch of them up there under the top. They're not toxic, but apparently they're not worth eating.
That's mullen. That's a first year mullen. I don't remember the scientific name for it right now, but it's an invasive species from Europe, I think. And in its first year, it'll look like this, with like a small rosette. And then the second year, it'll shoot up a stalk that's, you know, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet tall. It's covered in tiny flowers and these seed pods. And yeah, you can use this to like make a poultice, right? Like to treat a wound, or you can make it into like a tincture or smoke it for respiratory issues. And those leaves make great toilet paper. It's a little flimsy, it's definitely not 2-ply, but you know, it's better than a pine cone.
This is a good sign. We got another bear track here. And it looks like it's heading uphill, whereas the last one was heading downhill. So there's more than just passing through. Dave found some more. some morels. Super cool. Look around and see if we can find some more. Those might be great in our dinner. Yeah, we're pretty sure that's a morel. So David found some fat morels. I'm pretty confident that that's a morel. I don't think it's a false morel. The other one, I'm way more confident in. It's hollow. It's got the little brain cavity thingamabobs. I don't know what these are called. But when we found them, they had like a golden or like a greenish glow on them, and I thought it was mold. And when we got out into the sunlight, I realized it was pollen. Good times. So, yep, those are good eating. So we were on our way to find Starlink access out here in the forest. And David found some gourmet morels. Turns out it's easier to find mushrooms than it is to find Starlink. It's a bummer. So we found these mushrooms yesterday, and I thought they were morels at first. They've got the weird crevices, the brain thing going on, right? And they both look pretty similar. And they were both growing like 10 feet from each other. But this one is hollow. That's probably a yellow morel, which is good eating. This one is full of fibrous white material, which means it's probably a false morel. I'm not even going to try and say the Latin name. This one has to be specially prepared so that it's not toxic. This one, people will fight you for. Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference between these two goddamn things. Especially from the top side. I don't know. If you're gonna mushroom forage, make sure you can confirm. Stay safe, have a great day. I think she might be stuck in there, which is so silly because she could literally just hop right over that fence. Ooh, sorry. Good. Like hogging the shot. There she goes. Just take her tongue out. So tonight's night 2, we're having beef stew with mixed vegetables, corn, and some friggin' chuck eye roast. It's dank. I'm very much looking forward to eating this.